uplifting spiritual people and Christian people too. Not all of them, but some of them are. But then again, I don't know what happens behind the closed doors of a secretive meeting. I know that there's secret handshakes and secret this and that, but I can't. As far as the impact on the world, on the global scale, the symbolism that the Masons have is starting to come up in music and videos and TV shows, on paper and print, all over the place. And so it's hard to ignore the kind of influence they have on the world. And so it just makes me wonder what's going on and what the agenda is and whose side are they on, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I judge a book by its pages, not its cover. You know what I'm saying? I look into all the information about Freemasonry. They've just been around a long time. There's a lot of people in it. I just don't believe that anything that's godly has to be secretive. Anything that has anything to do with God has to be secretive. God is a loving God. He gave us the Bible. He basically told us what was going to happen, and now we're seeing it happen. And Revelations is right in front of our face. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think
they're basically, and you got to look at it. If Satan was such a beautiful person and evil and deceiving, what makes you think that he wouldn't be deceiving? Do you think he wouldn't do good or make people think he's doing good in order to further his agenda in the backfield and play his game right the way he plays it? I mean, we got to look at it like that. And it's just not about Freemasons. It's about Skull and Bones. It's about the Illuminati, the supposedly enlightened ones.
That's what my next question was. Do you think that the Masons or Freemasons, whoever they are, do you think that they're involved with the Illuminati, with DARPA, with other world-controlling groups?
I do think so. I very much do think so. I think that because this guy told me that once you're a Freemason, whether you're rich or poor, they give you jobs. They help you out. They pay your bills if you need it. They'll buy you a house if you need it. But he basically said if there's a millionaire in the lodge, that you're basically a millionaire. Now, if you're such a good person and you speak out for the good of better of men and stuff like that, why does someone have to join your secret society in order to get these things? Why aren't these people going out there and bettering the world without another person being in their lodge? You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what's mysterious to me. It's not the fact that they're Freemasons. It's not the fact that they've been around for thousands of years. It's the fact that you got secret on your thing, or like this other guy told me, it's a society of secrets is what they rather be called, not a secret society, a society of secrets. And I just think that they're a big organization, and they're one of the main people that have something to do with this world. Like it says in the Bible, you got the money, you got the power, it's evil. You know what I'm saying? And it's true. Once you have the money, you have the power to make, people go this way or sway that way or sway this way. Now, Freemasons do a lot of good things. They do a lot of good things for a lot of people. I understand that. But that does not mean because they do a lot of good things for a lot of good people, they don't have an evil agenda in the background. What I'm saying? Like New World Order. If the Bible told us about one man trying to come across, that's why I believe they founded the United Nations, was to make New World Order. They founded the United Nations to bring all these countries together so that they could bring one man out of this United Nations to bring false peace across the world. And that's what I think is going on right now. Right now they're creating chaos and controversy and all these gun shootings and all this chaos all over the world. Wars and rumors of wars. So they can bring out this one person that says, you know what, I'm going to end all this. I'm going to finish all this. We are going to take your guns away from you. We are going to make it a better society, a better world, and bring false peace across the world when it's just a false prophet, you know what I'm saying, with a cloak over all of our eyes.
What do you think the percentage is that there's actually a group of people, whether it be the Masons or the One World Government or whoever it might be, what do you think the possibility is that they want to flush out, what the rumors are, to flush out humanity and create a perfect race. Do you think that that's a possibility? That's a fact of what they want to try to do? Like, whenever they get together with Bilderberg, do you think these people are getting together to actually plot the financial rise and fall of the world to be able to fund creating a perfect human being to flush out the rats, which are who we are?
Yeah, you like they call us roaches, right? Is that what you're basically saying? To get rid of the poor people, basically, to get rid of all the people that you know, they grew up without a mom or a dad. It was like this and that. I think there's a percentage of that happening, but I think I'm a firm believer in the Bible, so I don't believe that they're going to win, regardless of their ways of trying as hard as they try. If you believe in the Bible, they lose. So the percentage of them that are out there that want to do that, I think that they are out there and they do want to do that. And I think it's a lot of the older generations that are trying to instill it in the new generations, the same thought process. But I don't think that it's going to happen. I think that, like it says in the Bible, the Antichrist will rise. There will be a new world order. That there's no way of us controlling that. They're going to do that. I mean, it's on the back of your dollar bill. It says Uno Imperium Seclorium for a reason. It's been there since day one. And who founded this country? A Freemason.
What do you think? Some of the different tactics that are believed to be used to create a one world government and a superhuman race. There's rumors of the government connecting with different science companies and science groups to create a frequency blast that gets put through the human body. And Russia actually has a frequency weapon that they use right now, and it just renders people completely useless. Have you seen this weapon?
No, I haven't.
Well, what it's called, they call it a zombie gun. And a zombie gun is aimed towards a group of people. If people are rioting or whatever, it's aimed towards a group of people, and they blast it. It's a frequency that blasts down on people, and it drops them to their knees. And the person that actually gets the full effect of the frequency blast, it just fries their insides like a microwave. In America, it's believed.
You talking about the RAD? Are you talking about the RAD, the LRAD?
Is that? I don't know if that's is that what we're calling it?
It's called an LRAD, I believe. It's like a little a dish network satellite looking thing, like a little round like half thing, and they used it in the Iraq War and everything else like that, and it blasts. It's the same thing as you're talking about. But it blasts out a frequency and everything. It drops you to your knees. It's so deafening to your ears that it just brings you down.
It makes you throw up and stuff. So, well, some people are saying that, at least the news that I listen to, I don't know if we listen to the same kind of news channels. It's definitely not mainstream, but I think that it should be. These frequency blasts are believed to have something to do with a mind control experiment from the late 70s that America and the rest of the world have been using to communicate and to get people to do certain things. Do you think it's a possibility that we are being manipulated, our minds are being brainwashed into doing certain things?
Oh, yeah, they started with the TV. They started with the TV, so now they're upping it. In order to get New World Order, they have to have a mass majority of people on their side. They have to have a mass, because a lot of people are waking up nowadays. But right. They have to have a mass majority of people on their side, so they need different things to be able to do it. Just like the HAARP. Have you ever heard of the HAARP that they got in Alaska and a couple other different places that controls the weather and starts earthquakes and tsunamis and everything? It's like 7 different HAARPs that are all over the world, and they're big old antennas faced towards the sky, and they turn them up to a high voltage. It was on Jesse Ventura's thing, conspiracy theories, but they turn it up, and it can actually be pointed at a human being and control their mind, right, and stuff like that too, just like you're talking about the zombie thing. But I think more of the zombies, like people being dead already because their spirits being killed, their inner being being just basically drained and drawled. Like, America was set up for the global military power. Nobody else might not believe it, but I know so. Like, the Vatican is the religious, the England is the monetary, the money control, and America is the global military power. They made us basically be modern-day slaves to pay taxes to build this global military, force, so they can bring in the New World Order, in my eyes.
Hey, okay, here's a question that kind of branches off the Zombie Life podcast and everything. Do you think that we are working alone as a planet? Do you think the one world government is a government that wants to stay secluded from itself in our galaxy, or do you think that there's other influences on our decisions here on the planet?
I think it's human beings. Now, in the Bible it said God made us in His own image. He didn't never say that He didn't make any other beings, any other intelligent beings. I believe that if there was intelligent beings out there, they would have came and seen us already. We would have seen thousands. Like, I believe in UFOs. I believe in aliens, but I don't think that they have reached Earth yet, or if they're ever going to reach Earth. I'm just too firm of a believer in the Bible. So God said He made us in His own image. Never say He didn't make anything else. But I don't think that they have a influence on our world. I think that as human beings, they become, they say that only the average human being only uses 10% of his brain.
Right.
So you got these other 1% of individuals that are using way more than 10% of their brain. Why are they using way more 10% of their brain? Because they're not sitting there watching TV or subjecting themselves to TV all day long. They're reading books. They're educating themselves. They're using their internet to find out all kinds of information, because the internet is a big source of information. All you have to do is look at each subject in every different angle that you can, not just concluded on that one person saying, well, this is what happened and this and that. You got to do your full research into that subject by 4 or 5 different views, I believe.
See, I think that I have to agree. I totally believe in UFOs and aliens too, but as far as what we've seen here on the planet, what comes up on YouTube and what people talk about on the news, I can't stop thinking inside myself that it's all just part of a holographic a mind control deal that the government or different combined governments are putting together a show to distract us from what's going on here on the ground. The more that we hold tablets in our hands and watch TV, like you're saying, play video games, the more that we're not going to be noticing what's coming down around us. And that might be just what you're saying, the completion of the one world government to where nobody is awake to see what they're bringing down.
Yeah, basically, like you're saying, walking zombies, not just literally dead on the outside or anything else like that, but dead from the inner being. I think that what they're doing is killing people's souls. You know what I'm saying? It's taking the souls out of people. Because at times in my life, I have actually felt like my soul was dead. Like my inner being in my body was like, it was just going out. Like there was no, like, I think when a person's soul is dead, they lose all emotions. They lose all feelings for the next person. They can't cry. They can't, you know what I'm saying? They can't care and have compassion. You know, I think that's what zombies was formed in the first place. They didn't literally mean zombies walking around dead like monsters and everything else like that. They mean making people dead from the inside out. And the best way to do that is dumb down the people through TV and everything else. I mean, look at Hollywood. What does Hollywood put out to the millions out there in the masses? They put out there that a man's worth is money. A woman's worth is her looks. So you got all these children, all these teenagers watching Hollywood and thinking that they're going to be Hollywood stars, which maybe one out of, 150,000 people might be a star. But the fact is, they're teaching our kids basically a man's worth is his pocket, his wallet, and a woman's worth is how good she looks. And that's totally not even right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, there's just a bunch of different playing fields that they're playing on, and these group of people like Bilderbergs, Rothschilds, they keep the money in the family. I mean, we look at Queen England and all them like that.